All right, Riley, a couple goals in that one. How's that feel?
It feels amazing, honestly. Like, just to get out on the field and score a couple and just win entirely as a team, it just feels great, especially as our last game.
So, short season, 10 games. What's that journey been like for you?
It's been hard, like, coming in straight from spring season, just getting right to it. But honestly, the team has been great. We worked through it. Like, the girls are amazing. The coaches are great. And, like, we turned, like, the quick turnarounds into something to grind through it. And everyone's just been amazing.
And what's it been like having the support from the fans here in Hartford?
It's honestly, like, this is nothing like I've ever experienced before. Like, the fans are insane. Like, they're amazing. They always come out support. They're even at our away games. Like, it's honestly couldn't ask for a better fan base.
And now, so season's done. What's next for you personally?
Personally, I go back to school in July at UConn. So that's what's next. We have our fall season. So.
And then, what are you thinking? Like, you want to come back here next year for the W League season?
100%. I totally want to come back for the W League season. This has been the best summer yet. The team is amazing. The coaches are amazing. Just everything here has been a truly amazing experience, and I cannot wait for next summer.
And what's the thing that stands out to you the most about your experience here in the W League?
Honestly, the team culture. The girls on the team are amazing. The coaches are amazing. I come to practice, excited to practice every single day. And we just have a great environment to work, to play in, to develop, and it's amazing.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time. So, goal and assist tonight? Is
yes.
That right?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Oh, it feels awesome. I think just being in front of all of the crowd here and just giving back and having the opportunity to contribute to the team is amazing and really special in front of this crowd.
And then, what's your takeaway from this whole first W League season for Hartford?
Wow, I don't know. I think just like working as hard as you can, on and off the ball, and just everything, nothing is given. Everything is earned and everything is working. You have to work for everything. And I think that's the biggest thing.
What is next for you personally? What's coming up after the season now concluded?
I think that this whole season has just inspired me to train even harder, work even harder, get better touches on the ball, get better shots off, and just be even more dedicated, if that's possible, to getting better and working as hard as I can to get back out here and get ready for either next season if they have me back or whatever is next. But yeah.
Would you want to be back here in front of these fans next year?
Absolutely. I love Hartford. My first season here has been incredible and just it exceeded my expectations completely.
All right, Rebeca, what's your overall takeaway from this season?
That's a tough one. I think if I had to put it into one word, just like a blessing. All the girls, the coaching staff, everyone that was a part of this inaugural season. It was truly a beautiful experience for the 2 months that we were together.
And then, maybe falling a little bit short, not being able to win the division. But think about this last week where you went into it with like needing those road results in particular. What are your takeaways there?
Yeah, I think a big thing that we all talked about after, not getting the points that we needed to on the road was just not to get emotional. That's the biggest part of the game. 90% of it's mental. So we could have let that kind of determine all the growth that we had throughout the season, but we didn't, right? It was our first season together at all. And I think we proved ourselves in a way that makes us all and hopefully our fans excited for next year.
So you talked about the fans. What was it like getting all of that support? I mean, especially for you personally.
It was really cool. It was a dream come true. Like, I played Division I college, but even then I didn't play in front of this many people. And even some of our opponents had nice stadiums and good fans to play in front of. And it elevates the entire game and the atmosphere and the environment. And they're amazing.
And for you personally, what's next for you?
Woo, good question. So I'm on the older end of the spectrum here, but I definitely want to keep playing as much as I can and continue to grow in the game, whether that's coaching or playing. And I found a home here at Hartford Athletics, so I'll not only be playing, I'll also be coaching and working here. So it'll be super cool to see the growth that I have with this club.
Are you hoping you might be back here next season?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to play until I can't anymore.
All right, Danny, another great result here at home. But let's get the high view on the season. Overall, your takeaways.
Yeah, I mean, it was a learning experience for me, for the organization, for the players. But yeah, no, it was a great season overall. We kind of set the foundation for what's to come in the future, which I think is really the most important thing. The fans were amazing. The club was amazing. All our home games were incredible. And yeah, came down to 60 minutes in Vermont where we really were on top of them and just couldn't capitalize.
When you think about those, 2 road games in Vermont, what's your takeaway from those, and maybe also the road game in Hudson Valley as well? Those tough results.
Yeah, no, I mean they're tough trips. We're talking 5-hour trips. We went to Vermont twice in 1 week. We had players in and out with injuries, and really it's such a short season. There's no room for mistakes. The beginning of the season is a really fragile time because you get players, you start building a little, you start meshing as a team, and then to start losing players and throwing players in, it can be very difficult. But I think the group did a great job, and we gave ourselves a really good chance to win this division, which I'm proud of.
You talk about those difficult road trips. Obviously, at home, a really great record. I think 13 points from 5 home games. But it's, I think, 5 road points. What was the real difference there for this club at home versus on the road?
Yeah, no, I think we went on the road and played our game, and I think that that's a learning experience for me as well. There's multiple ways to win games, and it's not always going to be pretty, especially on the road. So yeah, just roll up our sleeves on the road and grind out games, and I think that. At any level, that's how it kind of works. But, we were mostly focused on us on the road. And, we didn't really take care of the road like we could have.
You talked a couple times about learning experiences. If you have, 1 or 2 key takeaways for you as a manager from the season, what are they?
Yeah, I would say just managing key moments in the season. As far as the Vermont away game, we're up. We continue playing the same way. Maybe a little tactical change in that moment could have got us that point, or even just saw us cross the line with the win away. And really, like I said, it's such a short season. It's not a 30-game season where you can really start rotating players a lot, and it's 10 games, and there's no room for mistakes, especially when the division is really strong. It really is.
You're already going to have to start thinking about, next year. Women's season, college season will be here soon. You'll be watching, you'll be recruiting. What are you targeting as you think about, the 2027 W League season?
I mean, honestly, I think we're going to be targeting the same type of players that we had. Just getting to know the landscape a little bit better, and I think people realizing how well Hartford Athletic is running the women's program. I think that will attract the right types of players as well, that professional ambition type player. But yeah, I think just continue to just find players that are able to stay through the season, that have that technical ability I'm looking for, and of course to be athletic is very powerful in the game.
And then overall, just scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this season on the field, off the field, the whole package?
Scale 1 through 10. Okay, interesting. We'll say 8 for the first season. It's a solid 8. I think finishing in the top of the division would have been a 10. Obviously, winning the whole thing would have been a 10. But yeah, I think an 8 is fair.
All right, Ross, let's get some reflections on the season here from you.
Yeah, I think it's been excellent. I think when we started the journey and started building the team, creating the team, putting together, the environment that we kind of wanted to bring here, I think it probably surpassed our expectations. I think it's been fantastic, and I think this tonight was a great way to kind of round off what's been a really positive, start to building and bringing a women's team here to Hartford and to the state of Connecticut.
Real short season, just the 10 games. It's over before you blink. What are some of the challenges of a season like that?
I think, because it's over so fast, and it's similar, and it can be comparable to a lot of the girls who are playing college soccer or coming out of that high school environment where, you don't have a whole lot of time to build an identity, build a strategy, build an environment where they're friends, and I think that is the strength of the people that have been in the club here and how we've managed to. And a real testament to the players themselves is how we've managed to create a unit and a group and the camaraderie and the friendships that's then, presents itself on the field with that style of play that we put on tonight and throughout the season.
And for you in this environment, what have you taken away, maybe lessons learned, something for the future?
I think it's kind of unique in a sense, is this is the first time or the only time when really we're building it from scratch. The strength that we have is that we can really build on the positives we had here, where the girls go back to college. Some of them will still be within us in the club, and it allows us to not essentially create a team, but we maintain a team and we improve a team and we continue to stay in touch. And really excited for next season. It's a strange, it's kind of it's short and sweet in it, but it's we're excited already for what can come.
And as you think about next season, what are the things that now you have to start working on for next season already?
Yeah, but it's probably locking in players who are players who are here and committing them to the future, and then continue to identify positions in areas of strength. And it's an exciting part now. And for Danny and I, we can go and watch them play at college. We can stay in touch. We can, continue that strong relationship that we've managed to create over the last 3 months. And it's much different to how we built this year.
So, what's your overall take for the season?
The season was a success. We set some very lofty goals, and we hit a lot of them. But one thing I would say is what we were able to build here over the last 6 to 8 months as a group, we all aligned on a vision, and we really succeeded in getting another step closer to that vision. I think it was great. I love this team. I love the coaching staff. I love the players that we have, and we've been able to go through this whole experience with. And to me, it's a success. Now we keep building on that success. The most important thing that I would say I learned from getting this team up and running is that in the wonderful state of Connecticut, everyone loves soccer. I would love to see this stadium here, Trinity Health Stadium, sold out for every single game next year. And I know it's a possibility because in Connecticut, everything is better. That's what I learned this year. But just being able to get the team off the ground, we had a lot of local players that play at some of the top colleges in the country. You have folks from University of Southern California. You have folks from Duke. You have folks from our very own UConn. It's been great to see the women get together and do a great job, to see Danny put together his team, but then to see the good support we've got from Connecticut.
What do you think this W League team needs to get to the next level?
To get to the next level, we keep building. We keep building brick by brick. We're going to professionalize it a little more next year in our processes, in our recruiting, both on the commercial side, but then also on the technical side. And then as an entire club, we're going to get behind the W League. We need the state to get behind the W League team as well, as it's our only team here. But we're going to keep building, man. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it.
Do you still see this as the foundation for a pro team?
Absolutely. We have the best ownership group in the USL, the Mandels, the Calafioris, the Schoolies. And I believe with our vision here to make Hartford the best place to live, work, and play, we want to do that definitely on the men's side, which we've done, as well as on the women's side. We're figuring out the market for the women, but I do believe that we're in the right place. We have some of the right people on board now, and we just keep building. We keep building towards that vision. Yeah.
All right, Babu, you're out here supporting the women's team. What's it been like having that second team here in Hartford, not just the men's team, but the women's team as well?
I mean, to be honest, it shows the direction the club is going. It's amazing, the fact that the front office, they started something like this. So it's wonderful to have something to look forward to, not just, for the club itself, but the city. People are excited coming out to watch these girls play, and it's a wonderful thing.
How many of the games did you get to see this year?
Almost every home game we've been here, because, some of us, we just reach out to each other and then, coordinate and get to games. And whenever we get here, we love it.
When you're watching them play, what have you taken away from watching this team on the field in terms of their style of play, their approach?
I'm quite thrilled to, see the performances they've been putting out, especially at home. For the short amount of time they've had to train together, the display they put on the field, it's something that, any fan should be happy about, especially knowing that hopefully they're back next year. They know what to fix the little things and get back to it. But it's really nice to see how quickly they've clicked and, found their chemistry.
Is there a player in particular that stood out to you that you really have enjoyed watching?
There's a couple. The two center halves, and then the number 13, and then the number 11 is amazing. The right back especially. She has that discipline of, going up and down, doesn't cheat the game. So it's really nice to see some of their players stand out. But collectively, they're all amazing.
All right, Michee, thanks. What's it been like having a second team here in Hartford, a women's team as well this year?
Amazing, I think we were looking for that, and we got like a good one. You can see how they do. Like, that was amazing. I know this is the last game for the season, so yeah, it was really good. It was really good to see them, how they train, how they push. They make us proud, to be honest.
Then you're out there watching them. Is there a player that really stood out to you that you were like, oh man, they're really good?
Coffee, number 11. That's my favorite. We wear the same number. We do kind of same stuff, like backflip, all that stuff. And she does that too. So really good. And I follow her. I talk to her a lot. Yeah, I know she was struggling with a couple injury a little bit. That's why you did not see her in the field. But yeah, all of them, to be honest, they're good. They play really good. They show us like they're professional. Like, yeah.
And are you excited for them to be back again next year in Hartford?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be happy to see them again next year in Hartford to make story again, because this was amazing for them. Like, to win a lot of game, and this is to end the season like this with 6-0. So it was amazing. So I hope to see all of them next year again.